Minneapolis is known for a lot of things. The music scene, the film scene, the art scene, lakes, beautiful parks, tons of stuff. But what you might not know is that here in the Twin Cities, there are some of the best burger places you're gonna find anywhere in the country. So once again, I'm joined by my nephew, Dāv Kaufman, the food reporter for the St. Paul Pioneer Press. We are once again gonna head out into our fair city and show you guys the top 5 burger places that can be found here in the Twin Cities metro area. But be sure to watch until the end, where Jared and I are going to then tell you guys what our favorite burger is and what we each think takes the #1 spot for the best burger in the Twin Cities. I'm Dāv Kaufman. I travel to distant, exotic places and places a little closer to home to indulge in the culture and cuisine from the familiar to the extreme. There's always an open seat at my table for you, and sure, I'll pick up the tab. This is Dāv Kaufman Eats the World. All right, Jared, so our first stop of the day is right here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, in the Minnesota River Valley. This place is a little bit of a drive away from everything else in the city, but I've eaten here before and it is well worth it. We are at the world famous Lion's Tap. Are you ready to go in and get one of the biggest burgers you have ever shoved in your mouth?
Oh, I can't wait.
It's huge.
That's a high bar. I've shoved big burgers in my mouth before.
Well,
so.
and us Kaufmans, we have big mouths.
So one of the things that I love about this place is not only the amazing decor, but they also have one of the simplest menus. Basically, you get a hamburger, you can get a cheeseburger, you can get a California, you can get a California cheese, you can get a bacon cheese, you can get a mushroom Swiss, you can get a double California, you can get a double California with cheese, you can get a double bacon cheese, you can get a double mushroom and Swiss, and that's the menu. So what we got here was we got the double California with cheese. These burgers are handcrafted daily. They're perfectly seasoned on the grill. Each burger comes with pickles and your choice of fried or raw onions, and you can get an order of tasty French fries to truly create a famous meal. I just read that off their menu here. We did, in fact, get...
Oh, there is a paragraph on the menu.
There is, right there.
Yeah, you were not just making it up.
I'm not smart enough to make that up.
I was
had
gonna say,
to
that
read that
sounded
off
really
the
nice.
menu. One thing I love about this is that this thing is so big that it needs 3 toothpicks just to hold this bad boy up. All right, so since we have a lot of burgers to eat, we are going to split every burger we're going to try today. So it's basically 2 California cheeseburgers stacked on top of each other on a single bun. And look at that. I mean, these aren't thin little patties. These are big, thick, meaty patties. So one of the things that I also like about this place is that they don't put any kind of sauce on the burger. They have ketchup, they have mustard, they have mayonnaise, and you can decide what you want on your burger. So you grab a half, I'll grab a half. We are going to attempt to bite in to this massive Lion's Tap burger. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Oh my God.
Oh, that is good. That is so juicy. It's all over my hands.
This is delicious. These patties are big, they're thick. You can really taste the seasoning. I mean, it really gives kind of a kick to these burgers that you really don't find in a lot of other places.
I'm just impressed by how, beefy it is.
It's very beefy.
No, this is so good. I feel like sometimes burgers, especially at a place like this, get cooked to just within an inch of their life.
Right.
But this is so well done. It's not well done, which is part of what makes it
Correct.
well done. Yeah, it's just so juicy, so beefy. This is what a burger is supposed to be. It's not about the toppings, it's about the meat, but the toppings do just make it so much better. I
couldn't agree more. This is one incredible burger. This is why the Lion's Tap made our list of the top 5 burgers that you're going to find here in the Twin Cities metro area.
I mean, just by height, I think it's the top burger.
Exactly. It's not metaphoric. It's actually figurative.
Nailed it.
I remember coming here when I was a kid. We would go right over across the river to Valley Fair. We'd spend the day at Valley Fair, and then it was always a treat to come to this place right after we went to Valley Fair. And these burgers are every bit as good as I remember them when I was a kid and we would come here.
I mean, that was only 5 years ago, 10 years ago when you were a kid.
Last week.
Yeah.
So we have arrived at our second spot of the day. This is the Gold Nugget Tavern and Grill. Here in Minnetonka, they have a burger selection that is one of the most incredibly creative burger selections I've ever seen on a menu. let's go in and try one of them out.
But before I did all my research on the top burger places in the Twin Cities, I had never heard about this place.
No, I was kind of surprised to see it on your list. I've never heard of it. I've never been here.
It came up on several different lists when I was doing my research on this. It's right off of Excelsior Boulevard here in Minnetonka. Driving down the road, as I have a million times, never looked over to see this place, but look at this place. This place is so cool. I love the stained glass. There's a full bar. Look at this menu. This place has some of the most incredibly creative burgers that are out there. I wanted to go with the fig and brie because that one seemed pretty interesting to me, but for the taste test that we're about to do,
Gotta keep it classic.
we gotta just keep it nice and simple, so we went with the Royale with cheese. And it's a pretty sizable burger. There's 2 smashed ground beef patties, white American cheese, caramelized onions, house-made pickles, Russian dressing. There's Russian dressing on a brioche bun, and that's served with fries for $16.95. Oh yeah, look at all those caramelized onions just fall off of there.
Steaming. You cut it and it steams open from the
That is a
steaming on the inside.
That is just a steamy, delicious burger. Now, one of the things right off the bat that I really appreciate about this is the white American cheese. American cheese gets a bad rap, doesn't it? Because every time somebody thinks about American cheese, what do they think about? Kraft singles.
But there's a time and a place for good American cheese.
Make American cheese great again. See, because I'm grating the... Should we just try this burger?
Yeah, let's eat the burger.
Yeah, let's eat this burger. You know, I actually like Russian dressing. I said it without tongue-tied that time.
That even sounded wrong. I was gonna like...
Right. A lot of the correct things that come out of my mouth are actually wrong. All right, let's try this out. Here we go.
All right.
Ting.
Cheers. In we go.
Oh,
That rocks.
that is a really decent burger.
That's really good. I mean, not to say every burger is beefy, but that one is beefy, and I think the onions really give it like a savoriness.
Oh, absolutely. To have this without those grilled onions, you are not enjoying this burger.
No, I completely agree.
But I really like the creaminess of that white American cheese. And it's not really like overpowering even though it's 2 patties, but
I know, it's so tasty.
There's a spice to this though that I'm kind of detecting afterwards. Like, are you detecting that?
Really?
Yeah, kind of like, not really spice, but the seasoning, I guess is what I'm saying, that they put on this
I see what-
burger.
yeah.
Usually that doesn't come through as strong when you've got all these other flavors, and it's coming through pretty strong, and I actually rather enjoy that.
Yeah, and I think the Russian dressing kind of helps bring that out too.
Yeah, the bun is nice
Yeah.
and fresh, nice and springy.
What you want?
You want a springy
bun.
You want a springy bun on your meaty burger.
I want to talk about those pickles too, because they're like large pieces of pickle. This is like serious pickle action we've got going on here.
Like the homemade pickle, that nice acidic dill taste to those, coupled with those onions, coupled with the flavor of that meat and the creaminess of the cheese and the Russian dressing. All together, this is a really solid burger.
This is what you want a burger to be.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. Wow. All right. I'm impressed. Now that I found this place, I'm gonna put this on my burger rotation. Did you know that I have a burger rotation?
I did not.
I just
like a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
You take a bite out of it. Take a bite out of each burger as it goes around the.
I don't know, but I just invented that just now, my burger rotation. But the Ferris wheel burger, where it just goes around and you just take a bite of each one, that is so like channeling your inner Homer Simpson. I freaking love it. The burger Ferris wheel. Trademark. Right now.
Trademark.
This minute, ooh, by us.
That's right. You can't do anything about it.
I wonder where we can get a Ferris burger wheel. A Ferris burger wheel. Burger Ferris wheel or Ferris burger for Ferris
Burgers Day Off.
Fer-
We could
Ferris.
probably make one.
Burger, anyone? Burger. All right, we're gonna finish this off. We're gonna hit up the next place.
All right.
These are delicious.
Yeah, this is so good.
So we're at our next spot here in the Camden neighborhood of Minneapolis, and we're at a grocery store.
That's right. We're gonna buy the hamburgers. We're gonna make them ourselves.
I don't think that's how this works. Inside this place, you are going to find Wendy's House of Soul, where they have probably the most unique burger you're gonna find anywhere in the Twin Cities. So we're here for something very unique, and that's the Mogul Burger. It's a half-a-pound hamburger in a gluten-free wrap filled with cheese, pepper, onion, and turkey bacon.
And it's deep fried.
Right. Sounds pretty good to me.
I'm right.
But look at this. There's people grocery shopping in here. Well, we are about to have a pretty dang awesome burger, I hope. All right, Jared, right here we have a to-go box full of delicious looking insanity. I mean, look at this.
This is crazy.
This is the most unique burger I've ever seen, actually.
I've never seen anything that looks like this.
Wendy's House of Soul, they got it right by wrapping this in a wrap.
That's a good idea.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this. It's already nice and cut in half. Ooh, look at all that ooey gooey cheese just dripping off of there. Half of this is weighty. I mean, it's heavy.
Yeah.
So we've got those 2 beef patties in there, cheese inside, turkey bacon, wrapped in a wrap, and deep fried. You just can't get more creatively innovative than this. Here we go. This is going to be very warm, but we're digging in. Ting! Here we go. Oh my god.
That's wild.
Oh my god.
We've had a lot of burgers. That's unlike anything I've tried.
We are sitting in a grocery store in the Camden neighborhood of Minneapolis, and I think that I just sunk my teeth into what could be the most unique burger I have ever had in my life.
I think so too.
The cheese is just molten and it's just dripping out all over. But you know what I detect, which I did not expect?
What's that?
There is a spice to this.
Yeah, there is.
Really nice spice to this. All of this molten cheese is 3 different kinds of cheeses, and they infuse peppers within the cheese, and that's that spice that we're detecting and enjoying. Wow, this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
This was kind of like an experiment because we're so used to going to a restaurant, ordering a burger on a bun, and however creative they get with those, this is a step beyond. I mean, just a complete step beyond.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the burger itself is seasoned. Like, the beef is seasoned so well. Like, the beef has kind of a spice profile to it also.
And look at that. When you squeeze it, that is so tender and so juicy. Look at all those juices just coming out of those patties. And the thing is that this is a whole bunch of deep fried goodness. And when you deep fry something, you're not going to get this burger medium rare because it's not coming out of that fryer medium rare. But when you deep fry something, especially meat, that meat can get really dry and kind of, well, let's just face it, gross.
Yeah, it's almost as if the deep fry like keeps it all in there.
Right.
Like it locks all the moisture, all the juices, all the flavor in there.
Wow.
Which is really cool.
When we pulled up here and we saw that this place was in a grocery store, I was like, we're in the wrong place. Man, I am very glad that we didn't take a look outside and be like, okay, this is not what we expected. Let's move on.
That's right. You gotta search for the good burgers.
This truly is one of the best burgers I've ever had. And one of the most unique burgers I've ever had.
Absolutely.
This is delicious. All right, so we have arrived at place number 4. We are in the Longfellow neighborhood of Minneapolis, and right behind us here is the Blue Door Bar and Grill. So when it comes to burgers in Minneapolis, there's a phenomenon that started here and I think kind of only exists here, and that is the Juicy Lucy. And it was actually invented right down the street at Matt's Bar.
Well, some people say. I feel like there's a debate about that.
There is a debate about that, but I still think it's Matt's.
I feel like we're on team Matt's.
We're on team Matt's, yeah. And eventually we're gonna do an entire video dedicated to the Juicy Lucy and all the best places to get those in Minneapolis. But for now, we are here at the Blue Door Pub, and we have gotten one of their Bluesies, which is a Juicy Lucy with their flair to it. So they have a lot of Bluesies on their menu, but the one that we elected to get was the Cease and Desist. It's white and yellow American cheeses, pickle, onion, lettuce, and American sauce, which is like Thousand Island dressing. It looks really pretty amazing, actually, but we're gonna take it out of the basket. We're going to set it on a plate because we're gonna do something that you actually shouldn't do with a Juicy Lucy, and we're gonna cut it in half.
For research purposes.
It's pure science.
That's right.
Isn't that funny how, like, if you say it's for science, you can get away with pretty much anything. Hey,
do whatever you want.
I'm robbing this bank. It's for science. And then the officer will be like,
They legally can't do anything about
that's right. Don't let me stand in your way. Please share your findings.
That's great. And we should know we're lawyers in addition to burger experts.
That's right. That's right.
Probably didn't know that.
Right. We are sitting in a bar. We didn't pass the bar. So what a Juicy Lucy is actually a patty, cheese, and another patty. And then they cook it. It takes a little bit longer to cook, but that cheese becomes molten within the 2 patties. And now that we cut this in half, I don't see the molten cheese coming out of that.
I don't either.
So you can kind of see the 2 patties in there. Again, not just gushing with that cheese that we would expect from a more traditional Juicy Lucy.
Now that I'm looking at it, I can see where the cheese is in there, but it seems like it's blended with the beef, like blended with the patties more than I would have expected.
I agree, but they also have cheese on top, which could make up for that. You ready? Let's dig in and try this out.
Okay.
Here we go. Ting.
That's nice. I mean, it is hearty, but I feel like I could probably crush a whole one of these without, you know,
Oh, 100%.
being too taken out for the rest of the day.
100%. But I will say this. Again, not a Juicy Lucy video. We're going to do that. But one of the fun things about biting into a Juicy Lucy is all that molten cheese just gushing out of that burger at you. This does not have that. Overall, though, as a burger in and of itself, if it wasn't a Juicy Lucy, this is a delicious burger.
It's tasty.
I do really enjoy that America sauce, and it was described to me as Thousand Island dressing, which it's not. It's their own kind of take on Thousand Island dressing, and it's a little bit more tasty than just plain old Thousand Island dressing.
I mean, you know what it reminds me of, honestly, is the, not to bring this up again, but the Russian dressing that we had earlier today.
Yes, see, now
Like
I can pronounce it. Russian. I will say this about burgers. I really like my burgers medium rare. When you get a Juicy Lucy, you can't get it medium rare because they have to cook it long enough to basically get the cheese inside into that molten state. And therefore, your burger is going to be kind of medium well.
So you're not going to get something that like drips juice like the Lion's Tap burger we had earlier today.
Correct. So you kind of give that up when you get a Juicy Lucy. As a burger, as a whole, this is actually delicious.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
All right, we have one more spot to hit, and then we are going to reveal which one of the 5 that we tried in this video is our favorite. All right, so we have arrived at our final spot on our Minneapolis burger tour. This is Parlor here on Washington Avenue.
As you can see right behind us, the sign that says
There is no
There's no sign.
So this place is a little hard to find, and so what you got to do is you got to look for that sign right there, and the sign that says cocktails. You go down these stairs right there to that door. I gotta say though, if I had one of the best burgers in Minneapolis, I kind of have a sign so that people can find you, but apparently that's part of the mystique of this place.
You gotta know. If you know, you know.
And if you know, you know, and we didn't know until we actually asked about 5 different people on the street where this place was, and they said it's right here. So let's go in and get our final burger. All right, so like I said, this place is a little bit hard to find, but when you find it, it's worth it, and this is exactly why. Let me move this out of the shot. This is the burger, and I don't know, what's the story on the burger?
All I know is something interesting that it says on the menu, that it has become so popular that they've added space in the kitchen just to make the burger.
All right, so let's cut this bad boy in half. I mean, there's not a lot to it, so we are each gonna take a half of this. We're just going to waste no time in digging in and trying out the burger here at Parlor. Here we go, you ready? Ting! Wow.
That's so good. I mean, as you said, there's not much to it. It's just the patty and cheese. But you don't need all the bells and whistles.
No.
You just need a good patty and good cheese and good bun, and there you go.
When we cut this in half, I was like, really, that's it? But where it makes up for that is in taste, and this is a really dang good burger. But I'll tell you what really makes this burger extra delicious is that egg bun. It kind of brings us flavor-wise to an entirely kind of different level. I know that I say that a lot in my videos, but
it's true.
Foods that bring things to a different level, I'm gonna call it out to the level that it brings it to. And this brings it to another level. But the patties are delicious. That combination of that brisket with these 2 patties, this is a dang good burger.
Yeah, this is not like, you know, sometimes like burger grind or just ground beef is whatever.
Right.
But they're taking it seriously. They are using great quality, like good cuts of beef in this burger, and you could really taste it.
Right, and this place opens at 4 o'clock. It just opened. We got here just as they opened, and there are a number of tables already in here that came just for the burger. So that says something.
Yeah.
This is a dang good burger. So now we've discovered why people come to Parlor and walk aimlessly up and down the street until they find it. They come just for this burger, and now the burger isn't huge, and it's kind of on the spendy side, but it's actually really worth it, in my opinion. Don't you agree?
I think so too.
All right, so with that, Jared, now that we've had 5 different burgers from all over Minneapolis, in the city, in the suburbs,
Yeah.
now is the time for us to reveal which one out of the 5 was your favorite.
This is a hard decision.
Because I already know mine.
This is a hard decision. Not just because we're here, but I do think it's this one.
You think it's this one?
I think it's this one. I think Lion Tap was a very close second, and until we tried this burger, that would have been my favorite. But I think the way that they have the brisket and the chuck and the different cuts of meat in this burger, this is how you do a burger.
All right, I agree.
So,
This one is really good, but the #1 spot for me was Lion's Tap. I mean, you bite into that monstrosity and you know you're eating a burger. It's delicious, it's messy, it is filling, it has everything that I look for in a good burger. My second would be Wendy's House of Soul.
yeah, I think that was the most unique for sure.
That one was so unique and so delicious,
And it's unlike any burger I've ever tried before.
and that's why it's my #2. So, guys, there's a lot more really awesome burger places here in the Twin Cities, and if you have any on your list, do comment below, let us know what that is. We're gonna do a follow-up on this, and we're gonna use your suggestions on what you guys think is the best burger in the Twin Cities. So again, comment below. So guys, as always, if you're hungry for more, check out that video right over Jared's face. If you're starving for more, check out that playlist right there. Please do not forget to hit like and subscribe. As many burgers as we've eaten today, I really want to now go home and invent the burger Ferris wheel. Or the burger Ferris wheel. I mean, that's such an amazing idea.
I think so too.
It spins, you eat, it spins, you eat. That burger Ferris wheel, it has to happen.